Hey people, what's going on? There we go. Namaste. I'll say that in honor of the memory of Zakir Hussain. This is Monday, the 16th of December, and unfortunately, we lost Zakir Hussain. We lost a lot of people, and we will continue to lose a lot of people. Cheers, folks. It was time for a change. Nice sweater on today. Yeah, so it was interesting this weekend. It was back and forth for a while on in the news that Zakir has passed away. Then his son posts, well, he isn't dead yet. He's in bad shape, but he's still here. And then eventually we got the news, yeah, he has passed away. Zakir Hussain, world famous virtuoso, top percussionist, tabla player. Here's one of his albums on ECM with John McLaughlin, Jan Garbarek, Hari Prasad Chaurasia making music. He's known, of course, for his work with John McLaughlin in Shakti. I've told this story a long time ago, but I had the great pleasure of seeing Zakir Hussain with Shiv Kumar Sharma, another virtuoso Indian musician. I saw them here in Omaha at the Om Center, a really unique place which unfortunately recently closed. It was a small audience, but what was really special about it was very intimate. After they were done performing, Zakir and Pandit invited the audience to have dinner with them. Now, it was small enough that had the whole audience stayed, they probably could have fed everyone, but I thought it was interesting. Hardly anyone stayed. I did. I thought, what? Really? I can talk to you and have a meal with you? So I spent a real nice couple of hours in the company of Zakir Hussain and bugging him about John McLaughlin and his journey as a musician. He was very, very nice, and it was amazing to watch him play up close. I have the Shakti albums. I won't grab them, but here's another one of his albums that is worth showing, or is of interest, I think. He made this when he was still a teenager, Shanti. This came out in 1971. And this is back in those heady, hippie days when East is trying to meet West. And there he is. I mean, if you look this up on Discogs or just look up the pictures from this, you can see he is a child. Quite literally, a long-haired boy on here. So rest in peace, Zakir Hussain. So this weekend, I think it's from you, Barris, I received a VCLT. Thank you very much. I hate that the Postal Service, I give them credit, but at the same time, it's so weird that I'll wake up and there'll be something on my doorstep that's been sitting on the porch all night because they delivered it at some ungodly hour the day before or the night before. But it got here safely. I think it's from you, Barris. Thank you. You said you were going to send me something. So I received this reissue from Kraft Recordings of Bill Evans' album, You Must Believe in Spring. This is 2 45 RPM records. Of course, it's all analog mastering from the original tapes by Kevin Gray. I always think of the guy from Phoenix when I see the name Kevin Gray. Thank you. I already have it. I have an original. Am I keeping them both? You better believe it. But this is an original. I've had this forever. This is a beautiful album. It really is. And the craft recording, it's one of those audiophile type of deals where I can't afford to be doing this. Like some people was like, well, is craft doing it? Audiophile, got to have it. Original master recordings. All that stuff is intriguing, but I don't have the money for it. I'm not that interested in that highbrow bullshit. To me, it's not bullshit, but I'm calling it that because I can't afford it, okay? That's what it is. I'm noticing, let me just do that. There we go. There we go. There we go. You usually don't see that brightness from the window. It's sunshine today, finally. It's been gloomy for a week, so the sunshine is it's so welcome to see the sunshine today. So, thanks again. Bill Evans was a unique voice on the piano. Another tragic figure. Interesting how tragic figures are littered throughout the history of great art. Here's just a couple. I have more, but I'll show these right quick. The Bill Evans album. I used to have an original of this, and I sold it, damn it. Everybody Digs Bill Evans. But I managed to keep this. I'm not sure how I knew, but I kept this. This is an original. Moonbeams, the Bill Evans Trio, and do you recognize that lady? It's Nico, who we got to know from Velvet Underground. Of course, she was a model, a notorious heroin addict. Cheers, people. I haven't been to the post office yet. It's early in the morning. I will be getting those out today. Thank you for the continued response to the music. Out of 100, and that includes the 10 that I held back for local sales, including those, out of 100, I only have 26 copies left. I just love that. I really do. It just feels like an accomplishment. It feels like appreciation. I only have 26 out of 100 of these left. Someone was saying that they were planning to buy one this weekend. I hope I don't have any by the weekend. Buy it now. Thank you. What else is sitting out? I was watching this okay, so I was watching it. I'll tell you what the channel is because it's don't make that noise. I hate that. Oh. You had some good there's this channel where they're doing well. I also watched again a couple documentaries. I like documentaries. Oh, well, anyway, what I was going to say about this channel, I've watched a lot of stuff, was that it was these lists of bands that have been forgotten but don't deserve to be. And they were talking about, I thought it was pretty well done. And then I started to watch other videos on that channel where they have repeated it and improved. And in some of the older versions of the video made a lot of mistakes. They corrected them. But anyway, here's an album that they mentioned, or a band they mentioned. I thought, do I still have that? I sure do. The Standells, Dirty Water. Now, they had that big hit, Dirty Water, from Boston, okay? Same U.S. label that put out Pink Floyd, Tower. Subsidiary of Capitol Records. But here's the deal. This album is good. Whole album. the way that the person talked about the band, because I was impressed actually. The person was giving actual knowledge, and then I saw where they the same channel had videos where the knowledge was mixed up. But anyway, so this is a good album. They were a good band, played really well together. Rediscovered this. This was not received well. I don't think people listened. Mew's last album, Visuals, 2017. When this came out, so-called fans were complaining that they thought this and that, and it was too poppy or some kind of bullshit. Doesn't this come with glasses? Oh, it did. Yeah, because the cover is 3D. So you get these Mew glasses. Isn't that cool? To look at the 3D effect of the cover. This album is really good. It is beautiful. I don't think that that's any less progressive than any of their other albums. And Jonas Bier has an amazing voice. I love it. I'll share this. There was a time after I'd met Jonas with Nick Backler of Indrima that we were trying to collaborate with him. And he actually sent Nick and I a rough demo of the song on here, Carry Me to Safety. He sent it to us years before this came out to see if we had anything for it. And we were perplexed. It's like, Jonas is very smart. We couldn't figure out what we could do to add to it. Interestingly, when it finally came out, the parts that he added to this were like, well, you couldn't figure out what to do much better than we could have. Because the main part of the song is very unique, and then there's the next part, which is like, well, this is the best I could figure out what to do with it. This album is brilliant. I also love that I hear from Jonas on a regular basis through Instagram. When I posted this on Instagram, I got a big heart from Jonas. I love hearing from other artists. And just right quick, recently on my Facebook page, I had posted that, I'm just curious about the whole drone issue on the coasts. Not so much about something alien or foreign. My concern is that we're in the age where people with money and wherewithal to do whatever they want are doing whatever they want. Whoever's putting those drones up are completely ignoring air safety and all that sort of stuff, and then the fact that we can't get any answers from the government, about it just sucks. People have a right to know. It's like there will be hysteria from some people about stuff like this because can't get any fucking answers. But anyway, I posted about it. One post attracted some dumbasses. And I have people who follow me who I don't know, and they'll pop up and say stuff to me, and it's like, okay, you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got one of those where someone wanted to start an argument. I don't even know who the fuck you are to start an argument with me. So I deleted that, and then I just put up, sometimes it's better to say nothing. And got a whole lot of support from people saying, wait a minute, no, speak. Among them, David Linton. Do you know who that is? I just love it. Edward Caspell of Legendary Pink Dots. I love that these people are my long-distance friends and associates and that we interact. David Toop. Do you know who he is? He chimes in on my comments. I love it. Cheers. So, I was thinking about playing something and then, well, let me try this. me see. Because I was listening to my music, and it's like, okay, I can do this. Because I put on some Tangerine Dream yesterday, Cyclone. Hadn't played this in a long time. And as I'm listening to it develop, it's like, this is pretty good. I mean, this is old, 1978. But as I'm listening to it, I can't help but be self-referential and just think, man, I'm as good as this. I'm better than this. So to wrap this up today, because I'm getting ready to go to the post office, some of the documentaries I watched are actually repeats, but I'm glad I watched them again. One on Captain Beefheart. You know, I respect Captain Beefheart's artistry, and I love how he deconstructed the blues. Started as a blues band because he has that good blues voice, and then took it to another place, is what I like. Also, the documentary shows that he, like Zapp, had a huge ego and could be a prick. Nothing new. Watched a couple of others on Muddy Waters, Big Mama Thornton. The Muddy Waters I had watched before, but I watched it again. And Muddy Waters' stepson, Bobby, is my friend. Lives outside of Omaha on a stretch of, he's got money. He was raised by Muddy Waters in part. Part of his childhood, Muddy Waters was his dad. So I was in a band with Bobby, and interesting stories. He said, but Muddy was a good dad, actually. Even though he's a womanizer, he took care of the home front. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, it was good to see that. What else did I watch? Let me just go here, because I tried to watch some movies, and I just, nothing hit. So it was back to the Velvet Underground. I watched this long thing about Sterling Morrison in the band. Also about the band Cro-Magnon. I have that album. But just to reflect on the Velvet Underground, I would show the record, but it's buried, okay? When I first heard them as a kid, I heard the scratchiness, but I was raised by musicians, and so I thought, what is this noise? This is bullshit. Which it was. When I finally heard Sister Ray, it hit me that oh boy, well, this is bleaker than fuck, but I get it now. I have the album now. I've played Velvet Underground in bands. I understand their importance historically, but hearing the whole story about how it went down, it's like, just like I thought, The true story is always darker and shittier than, the one that's glamorized. I respect what the Velvet Underground did, but they sounded like shit. They did. And I played their songs, so I know what I'm talking about. Nico, years later, put out All Tomorrow's Parties, and that's the version that I like. I think he put it out in the 80s. That's the one. In Digital Sex, we did Lady Godiva's Operation. That was one that Sheehan insisted on doing. I didn't want to do it. I was the one that mainly picked out the music because Digital Sex was my band. But he got us to do that. I kind of enjoyed it. So that's what I have to share this morning. Hope to hear about delivery of my next CD today. Hope it is here by this weekend. Might not be until next week because of the Christmas crush that is happening now. That's why I'm waiting to go to the post office to try to catch it. If I go right now, it's 8:47. There will be a line. And if I wait till noon, there will be a line. So if I just hit it right, I might be able to get in there and get out. Thanks again. Like I said, the response to my music is just so gratifying. Thank you so very much for listening. Let me just take another quick look and just see if there's something that I want to share from the comments. People just very nice with the groove, soothing. I love the vibe of this one. Great. Lovely. Thank you. Very cool track and beautiful album cover too. Thank you. Very chill track. Serene, Mr. Higgins, and just long enough. Thank you. Thank you. And good to hear from you, Sister Stephanie. Thank you for the hooray on my sales. Yes, I'm chuffed. I'm chuffed. Something else that I can sort of share, but I don't actually know it yet. So, last couple of days, I received a call from Jeff, who's in the band Scudder, the band that I quit because, it turns out they're all redneck Trump supporters. Well, I refused to call. I wouldn't take it. The next day he calls again. I refuse it again. So yesterday I decided I would message him and I said, I just don't feel like talking because I know he's still a Trump supporter. I love Jeff, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to try to make nice. Anyway, a few hours later, he messaged me back to say, I just wanted to let you know that this is happening and it'll be announced in January. Completely surprises me. It's not public yet, so I'm not saying it, but it's according to him, I'm about to be honored again. I wasn't expecting it. I'm still like, really? Is this, really? We'll see. But that was interesting that because of politics and because of the division that has just been brought to the surface, it has really literally created a divide between me and certain people. I did not want to talk to him, and yet he had good news for me. Am I going to call him eventually and say, hey, I'm sorry about that? Maybe. But right now it's like, I will not forgive Trump supporters and racists and people who are full of hate and want authoritarianism, unaware of what they're wanting. I'm not supporting that. So that's what I got for you today, folks. I'm going to keep pushing this. I'm looking forward to the next CD. Can't wait to see how it looks because these look so good. And I love this plastic that you can reseal them in like albums. 26 copies left. It's almost Christmas. It's a great gift. I was going to try to play something from it and then dub the music afterwards so you could hear it in good quality. I'm not going to do that on this video because at a 20-minute video, the working time to add that stuff, it'd be hours before I can post a video. I'll do it another time. Excuse me. Okay, have a good one.